material should be reviewed. Most importantly, a full ship's crew debrief should be conducted and any medical issues logged, be they physical or psychological. The fallout from such a disturbing experience can have a serious effect on crew members, and it's essential that anyone needing assistance receives it as soon as possible.
The sort of effects you could see on the crew would be some sort of stress disorder, amongst a few of them at least. They may even suffer from something termed PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. It can appear months, years even, after a traumatic event. There are three basic groups of behaviour pattern that can be associated with PTSD. The first one of these is flashbacks and nightmares, where images recur in the seafarer's mind of events related to the trauma. And these come unwillingly, they come suddenly, and they're uncontrollable. And this may lead to sleeplessness and consequently a loss of concentration or ability to focus. A seafarer might find himself having difficulty going to sleep and might find himself waking unnecessarily early. And that is relevant in a period where sleep patterns are important. A second area is avoidance and numbness. The seafarer chooses to avoid situations which may recreate in his mind the traumatic events. Numbing is an emotional withdrawal. It is likely that a seafarer may choose to avoid those sort of emotions that might recall that event. The third area is hypervigilance. It's as if the seafarer is permanently on guard. By this you could say he has an enhanced startle reaction and overreacts to sudden noise or a sudden event. That hypervigilance can reflect itself in extreme cases in anger. He's overcritical, or perhaps he's sensitive to excessive criticism. Post-traumatic stress disorder can be dealt with and can be managed. It need not be a long-term problem. If intervention is appropriate and timely, it is extremely likely they'll be able to return to a normal existence as productive seafarers.
There are some nationalities of crew who feel that subjecting themselves to counselling is a weakness on their part, may affect their future employment, and this is completely wrong. So they should seek the help, and the help should be made available to them by the owners. I think that is very important.
If conditions on board allow, experience suggests that for the crew, closure is best achieved by the TAC crew manning the ship to whichever port is most appropriate. Global piracy is on the increase, and as pirates themselves have seen the possibility of large financial payoffs, their attacks on ships have become ever more daring. The international maritime community is addressing the issue seriously, and it should be stressed that such attacks, despite the publicity, remain rare. The shipping companies themselves are committed to doing all they can to prevent attacks, operating best management practices at all times. When attacks do occur, shoreside support for seafarers is always the most important factor, and communication with families should be constant. Equally on board ship, steps taken by crews to deter attacks are very important, and it's in this combination of global organization and shipboard defense that the solution lies.
Without the help of the navies, there would be no protection for merchant vessels. The role of the navy is absolutely critical, and they should remain there to protect this international waterway as long as it is required.
These are strategic maritime routes. Everybody has an interest in trying to ensure the safe passage of ships through that area. But as I stress again, it's a two-way thing. We'll do as much as we can from the military, but it requires a certain amount of preparation and support and engagement from the merchant community.
Absolutely imperative that they take their responsibilities in ensuring that their vessels are well equipped and well prepared, and that they are fully briefed on all the guidance that is provided, that we've worked very hard in developing.
Good preparation and a solid understanding of the subject, stress-related problems, post-traumatic stress disorder, and piracy events will help seafarers. It is important, it does have a positive effect, and it gives them the confidence to deal with the issues.
Our basic aim is safety of seafarers, and we will do whatever is required to ensure a service is provided to the seafarer.
The world's oceans may never be completely free of the threat of piracy and armed robbery. But everything that can be done must be done to help ensure the seas are as safe as possible so that seafarers can go about their business without fear.
Every seafarer that is killed is one too many. Any crew member hijacked is one too many. There is always more to be done. It's a constant task.